Yeah, earlier on, just before answering this question, I was arguing about the amount paid to visas. And the DG here, because he's dealing with them, just gave me some few. A student visa in the UK, if you apply to the student visa in the UK, you're going to pay £490, British pounds, which equate to 11,265 rand. That's not what you are doing in South Africa. It's far, far less than that. Visitor's visa, just to visit, for a period of 6 months, it's £298, and etc., etc. I don't think I need to read them any further. The questions here for the second round. I think it's newsroom, yes. What informs the numbers of the visas issued? It is informed by the number of people who applied for them. When the people were called, when the decision was taken in 2009 to give this special dispensation of Zimbabwe, later ZEP and all that, people were called over to come and apply. And the conditions was, if you came here illegally, you don't have any other visa or permit to stay in South Africa, but you happen to have a job, or you happen to be studying, or you happen to be running a legitimate business, then come and apply and we'll give you this dispensation. So it depended on the number of people. I still remember when the Lesotho one was due for expiry, and we had to issue a new one in 2019. I received a call from the then Minister of Home Affairs in Lesotho. At that time, we were having 98,000 Lesotho who had them. He said, no, Minister, please, move it to 200,000. I said, what? But it's 98,000 who applied for the first one, and we are dealing with them, not new ones, those who have already held it. Why now do you say 200,000? And he simply said, no. At the time, South Africa made the call for people to come and apply. They went into hiding. They didn't come because they thought it's a ruse to send them back home. Now, when they realize that is true, you are really giving them exemptions and waivers. They started believing it, but it was too late. So it's them who determine, it's not us. Meaning, if 100,000 people apply, you give 100,000. If 50,000 people come, you give 50,000. If 10,000 come, you give 10,000. So it's not us who decide on the numbers. The issue of measures. What measures do we take to make sure that the correct person applies? When they were giving ZEPs, for instance, or LEPs, they had numbers. And each one of the applicants, apart from giving a proof that they've got a job, or they are studying, or they are running business, each one of them had to present a police clearance from their country. That police clearance have got their numbers and everything. So it's for a specific person. It was not a very easy job. You had to present the police clearance and say, I come from such and such a country. These are the police, what the police are saying in my country. So that cannot really be given to a wrong person, unless the police in that other country are the ones who are cheating us. And we have got no reason to believe that they will do that, or they will ever do that. The process of getting waivers, my sister, the first statement you said is, childcare is a critical skill. I can tell you with my eyes closed, it is not. It is absolutely not a critical skill, unless we have got a new definition of a critical skill. And I'm not saying it's not essential or important. I think that's what I need to explain, my sister. A critical skill has got a particular definition. It's defined. It has got nothing to do with being important or being, being important. A critical skill is a skill that is needed by the economy. But people who can do that job are in short supply in the country. If a job is very important, extremely so, but we have got lots of people who have got the capacity to do that job, it does not become a critical skill. That's by definition. That is why during around February for the past 4 years, when we were dealing with the renewal of the critical skill list, which was done for the last time in 2014, we had lots and lots of people from different professions fighting us that, no, you are undermining my profession, especially lawyers. They were fighting and saying, no, but why don't you put law here as a critical skill? Because it's important. Of course, their right is important, especially these days where everything is decided by a court of law, everything in the country. So anybody who studied law is very important. But we've got many lawyers. We've never been short of lawyers in South Africa. Nowhere there's an indication that we're short of lawyers. In 2014, a person like myself, who passed a junior degree in medicine, was a scarce skill. A doctor was a scarce skill. Or anybody who has done nothing. I mean, nursing, not nothing. Nursing. Anybody who has done nursing, that situation has changed dramatically because the medical school started, graduating more and more doctors. Round about 2010, 2009, when I became Minister of Health, we were sending 60 students to Cuba to study medicine. We later increased it to 80. In 2011, we increased to 1,000 per annum. And we continued doing that for quite a long time. 1,000 per annum. That should make a very big difference. So it stopped being a scarce skill. But people were fighting and saying, no, you are demeaning doctors. Nursing is no longer a scarce skill in South Africa, except 4 categories of nurses. They are a very scarce skill anywhere in the world. That is a theater nurse. That is an ICU nurse. That is a psychiatric nurse. That is a high care nurse. All over the world, we're fighting for them. And the reason that we have got a shortage of high care nurses and theater nurses in South Africa, they are in big demand in Europe also. We are not the only country that has got a shortage. But ordinary nursing profession out of those cannot be a scarce skill. Same as medicine, I've already given you an example. A person like me who has got an MBCHB, it's not a scarce skill. The scarce skill are specialists. You are a neurosurgeon, you are a cardiac surgeon, you are ENT specialist, you are ophthalmologist. All those are scarce skills. But ordinarily, medicine was a scarce skill from there. So it's not about importance, man. And so, if there is anybody who can convince me that taking care of a baby is a critical skill, meaning it's a very important job needed by the economy, and we have got no South Africans who are able to take care of babies, I'm going to deny that. I won't accept it. It's not true. When the war with truck drivers started in Durban, I was just arriving home at first. When the trucks started burning, we met the owners of the trucks to argue because the unions were saying, no, we as South Africans are being thrown away. Nobody is hiring us. And that's why there is a fight. Where are we going to work? We are also drivers. But only people from other countries are being hired. So we asked the truck drivers, is that true? The truck owners, is that true? They didn't deny it. But they said, some of our trucks are a scarce skill. And if it's a scarce skill, we can take people from other countries. What does it mean? It means there are no South African truck drivers who can drive such a truck. It means so. And I told them straight that time, I was just arriving, I said, no, I don't believe it. Then I said, even if it might be so, let us see if it is on the scarce skill list. And who draws the scarce skill list? Who developed it? By law, it's gazetted by the Minister of Home Affairs. But we are not the ones who developed in Home Affairs this scarce skill. We don't have the wherewithal or the knowledge or the capacity. We don't have. We go to the Department of Higher Education. That's where people are trained in skills. And we said, please develop a scarce skill for us. Even them said no, they don't necessarily have the capacity. They send it to the Human Science Research Council to research it. Look at the labor market survey of the country and research it. When they finished their research and wrote the results and write the results, they send it to NETLEC. You are aware that NETLEC is an institution that consists of government, of business, of labor, and of civil society. They sit there and debate these issues among themselves. Employers and employees and government and civil society, ordinary men and women who are represented in NETLEC. Then they say, yes, these skills are scarce. At no stage have they put child minding, to mind the child, as a scarce skill. That's why I respond to you like that. It's not scarce. It's only that employers just prefer. Yes, it's a preference. And so we can't work with preference of individual employers. I hope I've answered you fairly. Thank you.